of COVID-19, we lost some very good people during that time in our churches. And through it all, God showed us how to stay together. God gave us new ways to teach, new ways to train, and new ways to reach our people. Those are some stones that we need to remember as we move forward in this conference. If you move with God, this is what I've learned. If you move with God, you can move when God say.
Amen.
You can accomplish great
That's
things.
right.
In this
Amen.
I believe that without a doubt.
Amen.
Don't forget to remember that God has not left you. In fact, we have only grown stronger because of what we've gone through. We've gotten better at what we do in moving forward because of our Jordan River. Amen. And so we're thankful that every born-again believer is going through something. And you've all had Jordan River experiences. Amen. You may get through one situation in your life and here comes something else. And you need to mark those moments.
Yes.
You need to mark those moments in your mind and your heart. You remind yourself that when you face your next Jordan, look back at what happened to your last Jordan. And trust God and depend on God. Your Jordan could have been a health crisis. Or it could have been a financial crisis. Or it could be something like God urging you into some form of ministry. So today we're going to be electing and installing new officers. What a stone to pick up. You ought to pick up your own stone.
That's right.
You ought to pick up your own stone and move forward. God is concerned that once you get through your Jordan, you'll forget. You'll forget to mark that stone. You forget to stop and mark the stone. When you come through, he doesn't want you to forget that it was God that brought you through.
Amen.
It is important that we mark the moments that you don't develop what I call spiritual amnesia. What is spiritual amnesia? We forget. We forget what God has done for us. We forget what God has brought us through. What is the side effects of spiritual amnesia? Is pride. He's concerned that when you come over, you'll declare that it was you who brought you over. And so he wants us to be concerned about pride. Pride would cause you to say that it wasn't God who got you through. It was me. Pride would cause you to tell every story about you and your resources. Every story you tell will portray yourself as the hero and not God. Your story will be about how you pulled yourself up by your own bootstrap, realizing that it was the Lord who gave you the boots.
Amen.
And the strap.
That's right.
These stones of remembrance will give us tangible, visual talking points to witness to our children. These stones will speak to the children for generations to come. When they raise questions, when your children ask, tell them that Israel crossed over on dry land. We also need to show the world the faithfulness of God in our lives.
Amen.
The world, the people we come in contact on a daily basis should be able to see the hand of the Lord on us. The world should be able to look upon us and know that we've been with Jesus. Let me tell you, as I rush to the close, let me tell you about Gilgal. I know all the words. Let me tell you about Gilgal. I'm a Bible teacher, so I'm going to finish up. Can I teach a little about Gilgal?
Yes.
The 20th verse says that and I won't go to the 19th verse. And the people came up out of Jordan on the 10th day of the first month, and encamped in Gilgal in the east border of Jericho. And those 12 stones which they took out of Jordan, did Joshua pitch in Gilgal. God said to Joshua, I just brought you through. What I want you to do is set up these stones of remembrance. Set them up in Gilgal. Now, Gilgal was approximately 6 miles from Jordan River. 1.25 miles from Jericho, the scene of their first battle in the Promised Land. Gilgal is the first place the Israelites camped after crossing the Jordan River, which made this a special place. It is a place where they were, when you read it, it is a place where they were circumcised, set apart, and made holy unto the Lord. Gilgal is Jerusalem before Jerusalem. It is the first headquarters of the Promised Land for the people of God. When you study the book of Joshua, Gilgal is the place they keep coming in and out of. In and out of. The nation of Israel will go out on the battlefield. When they came back from the battle, they were returned to where? Gilgal. Gilgal was a place where God's people would come back to after battle to rest and recuperate. Gilgal was a place where the people of God came back to get strength for the next battle. It was a place for the people of God to get their instructions for the next battle. Gilgal was a place of refreshing, healing, and consecration. When they came back to Gilgal, they saw those stones, and they remembered the faithfulness and the power of God.
Come on with
Just in case you haven't figured this out,
Come on with it.
Gilgal is the church. Amen.
Amen.
Gilgal is the church.
Amen.
Like Gilgal, the church is a place where you need to come regularly.
Yes.
It is a place where you need to gather together with other people of God. It is a place where you need to be reminded that you have been consecrated, set apart, and made holy unto God. Church like Gilgal is a place where you should come to be encouraged, built up, and equipped to get what you need to continue on this journey.
Amen.
When you come to church, you need to hear stories of God's faithfulness and be reminded from other Christians who have gotten over their own Jordan. You need to hear stories of healing as you go through your own sickness. You need to hear stories of deliverance as you go through your own struggles.
Amen.
When you hear these stories, it'll cause you to say, if God did it for them, he'll do it for me. So when you leave here today, go back to your battles. Don't forget to remember to draw from the power from within you. Like these stones are to remind us where God has brought us from.
Amen.
There's another stone as I close. But before I go, don't forget to remember this other stone. The Bible tells us about this other stone. This stone is a stone which the builders rejected.
Yes, sir.
But has become the cornerstone. I want you to know that this stone is a tested, tried, and true stone. The stone is a precious stone and is a sure foundation. The stone is the rock upon which the church is built. Anyone who trusts and believes in this stone will never be shaken. If you really want your life to fit together, you need to have this cornerstone. Nothing's going to work together until you put this stone in place. This stone is Jesus.
Amen.
The name above every name.
Amen.
So when we leave here today, we want to tell someone about this stone named Jesus. He is certainly and indeed precious cornerstone.
Yes.
Tell somebody about the love of God.
Yes.
Tell them about the life of Jesus.
Amen.
Tell them the story of the cross. Tell them how he bled and he died.
Amen.
Tell them he died for your sin and mine.
Amen.
Tell them that they took him down from that cross. Tell them how they buried him in a borrowed tomb. Tell them that the grave couldn't hold him.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
He's getting emotional.
And 3 days later, what did he do?
And my
He
time
got
is
up.
getting
How did he get up? With power in his hand.
Amen.
Some people call him Jehovah Jireh.
Yes.
Amen.
Provider.
Amen.
He's called Jehovah Nisi.
Yes.
The Lord my victory banner.
Yes.
Jehovah Rohe. The Lord my shepherd.
Yes.
Sometimes we call him Jehovah Rapha. The Lord my healer.
Yes.
He's even called Jehovah Shalom.
Yes.
The Lord my peace. Jehovah Shammah. The Lord ever present.
Yes.
But I just call him Jesus.
Amen.
Lord. Water when I'm thirsty. Peace when I'm restless.
Yes, Lord.
My God. The Lord of Lords. The King of Kings.
Yes.
Yes.
So when we leave here today, tell somebody.
Tell somebody. Yes.
about how he worked in this Congress.
Yes.
Tell somebody that this Jesus is the one who holds things together.
Amen.
God bless you. Anderson County Congress of Christian Education. Never forget you.
Amen.
Never forget you.
Amen.
Lord, my God. Thank you,
Amen.
Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Amen.
Thank you, God.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.